Hi all, welcome again. In this video, I will cover our next procurement process, that is service procurement in SAP MM. Before starting with that, if you are new on my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. Also share video with your friends and colleagues from SAP. Thank you. So let's dive into video. So first thing first, what is exactly service entry sheet or service procurement? So the service entry sheet is made when you procure for the services. So in case you are utilizing some services from certain vendor or supplier for your organization, then you will do this process. Instead of material, you buying some services. So service entry sheet is nothing but GR document instead of materials. A rest of process is same in case of services. So if you know P2P cycle, then instead of GR we do SES or service entry sheet, and instead of material master we maintain service master record in AC03. So that service master record I have already covered in previous video. Then we create service entry sheet in order to notify that services has been performed by the service provider either in our premises or outside of our premises in the terms of quantity and values. Types of services, so there are basically two types of services. One is plant services. So for plant services means buyer, the company or organization that are taking services are sure about the service specifications like quantity, its cost, or maybe required time, or other specification at the time of procurement. Means while creating PR or PO, it means nature of scope is clear before procurement. And unplanned services means for unplanned services buyers are not sure about the specifications of that services, like how much time it will take or how much cost it involved in it, or how much quantity we may require in order to complete particular service. So if buyer is not sure at a time of PR or PO, then they may process with unplanned services. In nutshell, buyer just decide approximate quantity and they are not clear at a time of procurement. So that services came under unplanned services. So we will see how exactly process flow works for service procurement in SAP. Before that, I will tell you what particular data I'm going to use. So I will use company code this that I have created already, this plant, then this storage location and this vendor with service master. So I have covered already how to create service master record in previous video. So I'm not going to cover here how to create service master. So I will use existing service master for this scenario. Let's see this scenario. So first we require vendor. So there is already video available. You can see how to create vendor in BP or through XK01. So it's a prerequisite. Then we require service master, but again it's optional. It's not necessary. We should have service master, but we create it if we are most frequently buying the same services. Then we create service master in SE03. Then purchase requisition. So this step is optional depending on your organization, if they utilize purchase requisition process or they directly buy through PO, but I will show you through purchase requisition itself. So let's dive into system and see how it works. So run T code for purchase requisition, that is ME51N. So this is the screen of purchase requisition. You may give header note, maybe let's say service test. Then this item category and account assignment category plays important role in all type of procurements. So I will tell you how to use that. So this account assignment category and item category. So account assignment category I will use here as a K, and item category will decide whether it's a service purchase requisition or which purchase requisition it will be. So D is for service. So select that D, and this K is for cost center, but it's not necessary it will be K every time. In every time for service it may be K, it may be asset A, it may be project P, or it may be WBS or anything else, but this will be D. But this account assignment may vary according to the business requirement. Then as it's service, I'm not going to give here material, I will just give here a description. So I'm using, let's say, IT service. Then quantity 1, even though we provide more, it will automatically convert to the 1. Then delivery date, material group, plant, my plant is I02, and storage location. You may provide purchasing organization. It's not mandatory. You may provide it in PO. Then press enter. If you know vendor, then you can put vendor as well here. If you give here item category D, then these two tabs will appear, whether it's a PO or PR. It doesn't matter. If you give item category D, this services and limit tab will pop up, and system will ask you to maintain either services or limits. If it's a planned service, you can provide details here. If it's unplanned and you are not sure but you want to allocate budget, then you will use limit. In PR, I will show you only for planned service, and at a time of PO, I will add some unplanned service in same purchase order. So let's consider I have this activity number or service master record that I'm going to use. Text, it will pick from the service master quantity. Let's say I'm using it for 100 quantity AU. Then gross price, let's say 100. Press enter. Then depending on this account assignment category, system will ask you appropriate input. In my case, I have given K, so system asking me GL account. If it's A, then system may ask you asset detail. So depending on this category, system will ask. So I will use this general ledger account. Press enter. So see, system has bring its short text that I have maintained in this service activity number. One more tab is there, overflow tolerance limit. Like if I want to give some buffer, let's say I'm putting here 100 quantity, but I want to keep one quantity buffer that I may or may not use. So I can give that here. It's in percentage, but it's a percentage of quantity that we have put here. So if I put 1 here, it means system will allow me to perform GR for 101 quantities. That is 1% of 100 is 1. If I give here 10, then system will allow me to do GR of 110 quantity, that is 110. Let's say I put here 10 only and I put here 1. In that case, system will allow me to perform service entry sheet of 10.10 quantity, because 1% of 10 is 0.10. This is in percentage of quantity, and whatever we provide here, it will allow that surplus quantity with whatever we have given here. So in my case, I will give here 100 and overflow tolerance limit of 1%, that is one quantity here. In 100, if you consider 100, then only it's going to be 1. If 10, then it's only 0.10 or so. So always remember, it's percentage of whatever quantity we have put here. Then check this purchase requisition. So everything is fine. There is no message in this purchase requisition. So I have used service tab here. I will explain limit in purchase order. So save this purchase requisition. So this is my PR number and I will save it. So once we have created purchase requisition, then next step is purchase order. But in some company, like some businesses, they don't use purchase requisition. They directly create purchase order. So it will be the same. Instead of purchase requisition, you will provide all details in purchase order. Now I will convert this purchase requisition into purchase order. So let's go again into the system and convert this purchase requisition into the purchase order. So run T code ME21N or ME21N. Once purchase order screen open, then we can convert purchase requisition into purchase order using 3 different methods. So I will show you how to. So first one, open this document overview. If you can't see, just click here, document overview off. So you cannot see, and on means you will see that document overview. First one, you can directly put this purchase requisition number here. So just scroll down to right side and find out here. Where is purchase requisition number? Here it is, requisition. So directly provide requisition number here if you know, and its line item number, and press enter. So system will bring all data from that particular requisition. Then you have to provide only the data that is necessary. So hit like this. System bring all data from purchase requisition. So I will not save it. I will show you other two ways as well. Again, run T code ME21N. Go into this document overview, and here in selection variant, just click on this small arrow. Then you will see all this. So you can put any document here like contract or scheduling agreement, and you can convert them. So here select purchase requisition, then provide your requisition number. In my case, I have created this lastly, so it automatically appeared here. Then just execute. If not, you have to provide your PR number here. Once you execute, you can see this purchase requisition and all items in it. So if you want to perform PO for only certain items, in my case only one item is there, but if there are more item, you can select particular item and drag into this cart, or select that item and click here on adopt. So what I will do, I will select this PR and I will drop into the cart. You can do like adopt as well after selecting, or you can drop in cart as well. So both way it will be right. Then again system will ask you the missing details. So in my case purchasing group and vendor. Provide that, press enter. So I will turn it off now. So see now system have all details from PR. Then I will go into the service tab. So here I will add one more item, let's say, and I will add this item for unplanned service. Let's say I'm mentioning here some unplanned details as well. Let's say 100 euro. Here one. It's similar details that I have provided in PR. Then system will ask me detail for this 20 items. So again system asks me either maintain services or limit. So this time I am doing it for unplanned. I am not sure about budget. So let's say I am putting here 70 euro as a budget, and expected value is also same. Then there are two tabs, other limit is as well, but we cannot put detail in both tabs at a time. Here we maintain if we have contract, and if you put in other limit, then system will consider only other limit, not this limit. So it depends where we put contract limit, and in other limit if we maintain both, system will consider only other. In case you are not sure about any how much budget may require, you may take no limit. So system will allow you to put directly whatever you spend for services at a time of service entry sheet, and you can use that way as well. Directly click here and you can do service with no limit. But in my case I will not do that. I will put 70 here. Then again in my case GL, because I have selected account assignment K. Then check. There is no error. This is from vendor. Then save this purchase order. Then I will copy this purchase order number for reference. Now I have created purchase requisition, then purchase order, then next step is service entry sheet. So instead of goods receipt, that is MIGO, for service procurement we follow service entry sheet. So we maintain here details of service that we have utilized. So it's alternate to goods receipt for service procurement. So let's see how to do it. So run T code ML81N. This is completely different screen. Then again, if you want to see this, so you have to click here. This is again overview, hide and open. So you can open using this button. Then click here other purchase order. So I will provide my purchase order. Again in service entry sheet you have to do SES for individual item. So I will do it for first item, that is 10 from this PO. Again you can do service using two ways. First I will show you first method and then other easy method. So once you provide your PO detail, click here on create. Once you click, this blank screen will appear. Then you have to click on service selection here below. Then system will bring that PO number. You just have to select here continue. Then this is the service system is showing. You have to select it and adopt. The system will bring this details from PO. Then you can provide more detail in case you have like all these details, any long test or anything, in case you have done any changes in services, so you can see in this tab. But I will not save it. I will show you other method as well, that is easy one. Again run tcode ml at 1n, then provide your PO number here, your service item number, press enter. Once you provide, don't click here, instead of go here in entry sheet, then select create and with plant service. Then how much percentage you're gonna use, so I will put here 100%. Don't worry about this, you can change it later on. So see, now system bring all details in just 2 step. If you go by this way, it's so many steps, so it's better just in 2 step you get similar screen. Then one more thing I wanted to show, like while creating this item I have put there 1% tolerance or tolerance. So if I put 101 quantity, still system will allow me to perform this service because I have given tolerance. But if I give even 1% extra, system will not allow me, system will throw error. So this is how it is. That's why if you are not sure, you can give or tolerance limit in PO. Then this tab, let's say I have put here 100 quantity, but I utilized only 95 and I don't want this service anymore, so it's as good as complete service for me. Then whatever quantity you have done, you can click on this, so it is a fully utilized service, I mean completed service, even though it has 5 quantity remaining, but you don't want it, so you can close it completely if you set final entry here. Then once you provide all details, you have to adopt this service, I mean accept. So this flag you have to accept it and then save it. Now this service has been saved. Then you can go and perform Miro. But in case you want to change, by mistakenly you put 95, but it should be 96 or 97. So you can, what you can do, you can do other service, or if you wanted to edit same service, how you can edit that I will show you. So run T-code again, ml81n, select your service. In case it's similar service, but if you don't know, so you can go here and put that entry sheet number here. Then click here on edit. Then it will not allow you to edit unless and until you revoke this service. So you have to revoke this service from this and you have to save first with certain reason why you wanted to edit or change it. So you can provide that here. And then once it's saved, you have to edit it. Then only system will allow you to edit. And let's say by mistakenly I put that 95, but I wanted to put 101. Now you have to do it again, like accept and save. So before editing any service entry sheet, you have to revoke it first and then you have to edit. Ignore this message because it had some inconsistency in configuration. Then what about second service? So as I told you, you have to perform service entry sheet individually for each line item from PO. So I will again run ml81n code. Then again provide your PO number with appropriate item number, in my case 20. So now I am showing for unplanned services how it will work. Then you can go through this way as well, or You can directly click here as well because it's unplanned service, so both way it's fine. So I will go similarly, but system will not bring anything here in line item because it's unplanned service. We haven't provided anything, so we have to provide now here. So unplanned service, how much quantity? One quantity, then unit, how much price? So I have maintained there 70, but let's say I tried here with 71. So system will give me error. It's more than limit. So I have to put here appropriate price that I have provided in budget. You can provide less, but you cannot provide more. That's it. And press enter. Then you may provide other tabs as well, whatever tabs, any info you wanted to provide, you can provide here. Whatever you want, and you can see history here as well. Then again you have to accept it and save it. So now service entry sheet completed. So if you go in PO, now we will see in purchase order. One more thing I wanted to show, in background system create GR document as well. So we will check that through purchase orders. Run T code ME23N and open the similar PO that you have used for service. So in my case it is similar. Then go into its purchase order history. So see, for item 10 you can see there 3 services, and what I have did like changes you can see here. Although service entry sheet is only one, but it has created 3 different document in GR. It's kind of GR document, and if you click on here, system will give you detail screen like GR. So see here you can see like GR screen, completely GR and everything. Then from this screen you check document entries as well. So we will see what document entries has been system hit in case of service entry sheet or accounting entries. So go into doc info, then click on FI documents. So you can see here which entries has been hit, KBS and WRX. Then once you perform all this, there is one more T code. In case in your organization you are using release strategy for SES, then before doing in invoice you have to release that service entry sheet using T code ML85. So run T code ML85 in case you are using release strategy, and you can release your SES in this T code. But in my system it's not set, but you may use this. And then you can perform similar invoice that we perform in normal P2P cycle, that is in MIRO. So I will perform that. MIRO, press enter. Then provide your PO number here. So system found out 2 line items with respect to that purchase order. Then it's similar like you. That's it. And if any tax or anything is there, you can manage that and perform invoice similar way that we maintain for P2P cycle. So it's not change in invoice step. So that's it. Now if you go into PO, you can see all details. So here now you have done everything for this particular service PO. So this is how we perform service entry sheet. Then the rest part is from finance, vendor payments and all. Then next, tables in service entry sheet. So these all are the tables relevant to the SES. I will show you only ESSR, but you can use rest of table for your reference in case you required. So run T code ME16N, sorry, SE16N, then provide your table and press enter. Let's say I want to check services created by me for particular date. So for today only. I wanted to check what all services I have created. So ESSR is header table. Header, it will give you information for header tab. So just execute. So these all our services are created by me for this date. So this is how you can check. Then rest of table also are similar. You can check similar way. Then what are reports for SES? So these are the reports. You can check that. These are the T codes or reports you can put and you can find out details for that. One more thing is like there is service material is also available, that is DIEN, or with HANA there is service material type, that is SERV. So what is different between that service material and AC03 service master record? Den and serve material we use whenever we provide some service as a customer to any other client, and if we are taking some services for our own, then we use service master record. But again, it's like very confusing and big controversy with that topic, so it's not sure, but in my opinion we use whenever we are providing some services, that time we use material type as a service or DIN, and if we are utilizing services, use service master record. So that the difference in my opinion. Then summary. So what we have seen today, so it's a two prerequisite, that is vendor and service master record, but again it's optional. Service master record, then PR again optional. It's depend on your organization if they are using PR or they wanted to directly create with purchase order. Then we perform service entry sheet with T code ML81N instead of Migo. Then in case your organization using service entry sheet release strategy, then you have to release that using T code ML85. Here I have put it wrong, it should be ML85. And then normal Miro, that is invoice processing, and I have shown tables and few reports for service entry sheet. Also I have shown you how to reverse that. So first you have to revoke, then you have to save, and then you have to edit in case you wanted to reverse, change or edit service entry sheet. So that's it for today's video. In case you have any questions, put in comment section and I will try to answer them. Also don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.